It used to be just fun. Yeah, so 6 months down the line, I think 6 to 5 months, I was engaged.
Like engagement. Na
The ring.
What?
Ile nimevaa ring. Inavangwa kidole gani? Hii ama hii ama gani?
I think
one of those.
Tuambieni hata atujui.
Nikavaa.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, thank you very much for subscribing and for choosing to be here. Yeah. If you're a returning subscriber, karibu tena and thank you for your support. And today when you see the both of us, just know that something great is about to be discussed and things are about to get down. So karibu sana. I'll give my guests a chance to introduce themselves and then we'll tell you why we are here today.
Yes. Hi guys, welcome and welcome to Hilda's channel. So my name is Wanjiru Kabuchi and I'm so pleased to have been hosted by her, and I'm so grateful that she invited me over.
Now today we are discussing, or rather we want to talk about something that majority of us, almost all of us, have gone through.
Yeah.
Drum. Guess what? Heartbreak.
Ndio hiyo. Bombshell.
What? Yeah. My friend.
Heartbreak.
What comes through your mind when you hear the word heartbreak?
You know, to me, heartbreak means that you have been in a relationship with someone. You have been hoping and wishing that things get better, get to another level. You know, it becomes blissful, it becomes gorgeous. You know, malavi-davi and all that. And then, gavla bin vu. Punde si punde.
Before hata ujue
guy, unakuwa blocked. Unakuwa simu ukipiga siku hizi hazichukuliwi. Ukituma message nazo blue tick utakula. I'm telling you, it is the worst feeling. Umeamka asubuhi kaangalia picha yenye iko kwa wall, maybe mlikuwa mmeweka hiyo picha hapo kwa wall.
Kwa page, kwa status, the love of my life.
Yeah, you know, huku unatupumzisha pale, you know, with the love of my life, with the you know,
malavidavi huko unatupumzisha huku.
Yeah.
To me, I think heartbreak simply means hiyo tu to be disappointed in a relationship, kuvunjwa moyo,
vunjwa.
Yeah. So have you ever been heartbroken?
Of course, kila mtu akona story yake, and I have my story. Of course, I have ever been heartbroken. Mine was bad, I would say that. Because it had gone to advanced stages. Unajua kuna ile una meet someone, the prince charming. Of course kuna zile qualification unaangalia na unaona mtu akona hizo qualifications, so amefikisha hicho kiwango. So by the time tulikuwa tunaingia in a relationship, I knew the guy was mature, and I was anticipating a lot, I was expecting a lot. We had vibed, tulikuwa tu sawa and all that kind of stuff. So it happened to, like, of course, we dated for about 6 months. After 6 months, imagine of my road trip, of, you know, imagine, like, it's my ex who alinionyesha could drive, like alinionyesha could drive and all that. You know, it was so fun. Ile mnaingia kwa gari today nakwambia pidwa hivi, you know, like hivi, you know, it used to be just fun. Yeah, so 6 months down the line, I think 6 to 5 months, I was engaged.
Like engagement.
Na ring.
What?
Ile nimevaa ring. Inavangwa kidole gani? Hii ama hii ama gani?
I think
one of those.
Tuambieni hata atujui.
Nikavaa ring. It was such a gorgeous moment.
Wow.
And you know what? It was a surprise engagement.
Okay.
And
I
remember telling my friend that I've been engaged too.
Hooray, nani kama mimi.
And the way they are wishing you all the best. Thank you, you know, vitu kaizo. And I remember that day tulikuwa another kahoteli na hapa inaitwa Bantu Africa. Aibu. So hiyo hoteli, imagine iko na kila mtu nini vitu hizo, alafu kila mtu ameona, alafu ni ile alafu nakumbuka song fulani nilikuwa na sing hapo, akikuyu song. Ati Nemeyole unemokinyu. I sang that song.
You sang that song.
Because basi alikuwa ameshafika. Unajua kuengejua si kila mtu anafikanga hiyo stage anyway.
True.
So I got to that stage. I was engaged. Was given a ring, nini. And it was such a nice thing.
Okay.
So it was a moment of, nini vitu kama zile. But of course, red flags zikaanza kutokelezea pale. Someone feels so entitled. Someone now trying to control your finances. Someone trying to control you. Someone not being, now started, being even verbally abusive.
After the engagement.
Yeah, after the engagement. Unajua sasa hapo ndipo anasikia, like we are going to the next level.
Yeah.
So I think we should make some plans. Even you as a lady, you feel that. You feel like, of course, now we are moving to the next level. So I think we should have a deeper conversations. So we tried to have deeper conversations. And in the process, of course, you could see the red flags that you're not ready for. He was very controlling, emotionally abusive, and so many other things that, I would say that never resoned out with me. Imagine sasa nimekuwa engaged and I've been wearing that ring, going to work with, aibu, ni aibu. Like everybody's aware. And then you see it's a gold ring. So everybody's, it's shining from afar. It's just gorgeous. Even people could, able to kama ulipatiwa fake, it was, it even had his initials.
Wow. And then this is something I think majority of we ladies, we cannot hide, especially when you are engaged. You want all your friends, your family members
when you're greeting people, you're like, Sasa.
Mambo.
Someone calls you over video and you're like, hi. You should just see, letting them see that of course you're engaged. Yeah, and it was like that. And it was quite a good moment. But then when it was about to break down, I tried my level best to resuscitate it. Unaenda
kuresuscitate.
Yeah, kuresuscitate. Kujaribu kuifufua. Wapi?
It never. Now, the hardest part was, of course, explaining to the first hardest bit when you're engaged and it is broken. It is to remove that ring. Removing that ring, I think is the hardest bit ever. Because, of course, you had worn that ring. Everybody knew. Surprisingly, he would even pick me from work. Wow, a girl to talk.
A girl to talk. I had seen, a Prince Charming and all that. Sasa wacha mambo ikuje. Mambo ikakuja. Yeah, and I'm telling you, it was such a bad heartbreak because, of course, it had some more effects in terms of my mentors. I felt so bad. And for quite some time, like for 3 months, I could not talk about it. I wore the ring. Imagine after tumeachana, I wore the ring again for about a month.
What?
And then one day I just sat down and I'm trying to remove it, trying to, like I would remove it, I would take it back. I would remove it, I would take it back. But finally, it is what it is. And here we are.
Whoa, that was intense. For me, ikifika ni mambo ya heartbreak hata sijui nianze wapi.
Anza tu pahali.
I think before we meet the love of our lives.
Yeah, the frogs that we are going to kiss out
you
here.
Kiss a number of frogs.
Yeah.
But kuna relationship moja hivi ishawahi nichapa character development.
Mambo mbaya.
Ikafanya niwe drained emotionally, physically, spiritually. And there was this guy sometimes back. Kuna time nilikuwa China. Imagine I've never shared this story.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa China.
There is always a beginning of something anyway.
So, my first love mwenye nilikuwa na yeye, tumeachana, nikaenda China, kama nataka kunifuata ni sawa. So, I went there and I met this dude.
Dudes. Maju, abroad, meeting the love of your life.
Niko Maju, tumepatana na this dude from Kenya.
Yeah.
Mapenzi nayo ilikuwa hivi.
Yeah.
Ushawajua na mapenzi unasahau everything.
Yeah.
And then ikafika mahali kidogo. We did it for around 6 months. And then we decided to move in together. Yeah. We decided to move in together after 6 months. And then we stayed together for around 1 year and a half. And then one day we had a visitor. mgeni akakuja kwetu. So
now the house that you are living together.
Yes. And then he was to spend the night there.
The visitor.
Yes. So simu yake ilikuwa imeisha moto.
Ya visitor ama
ya visitor. I can remember very well. Sitting room penye kuna socket. The socket was full. So simu yake ningepeleka wapi? Bedroom.
Yeah.
This is your phone. Si amenipatia simu aende akanichajie. So he had spent around 30 minutes since akuje. Akanipatia simu nifanye nini?
Uende ukapeleke ucharge.
Nimpelekee kwa bedroom ikacharge. Unaona venye message uingia?
Hapa tu juu ina.
Yes. A message popped. And I saw my name there. In that message. So I was curious. Nikafanya hivi, I dropped the message. And the message was like, dude, you are lucky. Your girlfriend has a similar name with your wife.
Makofi.
How comes your girlfriend shares the same name with your wife?
And this guy, when we were dating with this guy, you didn't ask questions. Were you married? Were you, do you have a family and all that?
Of course, you do all that.
And he said no.
For almost 2 years dating with someone. Na akasema no. Actually, I remember to a point whereby he broke down at some point due to the relationship yenye ametoka na venye ilikuwa imemstress. Mimi Hilda Wambugu na ile mapenzi yote nilikuwa nimepewa nikatumbukia huko ndani. Ndani.
Ugejitoa.
My friend. Never judge a lady who just discovered that akona mse, a person who is in a relationship. Wacha nikuambie, hope zangu zilitoka from 100 to 0. Sasa the worst thing is, sinikona huko, we are planning to come home
to do the formalization.
Yeah, I had actually nimepata mtu na actually anapanga tuone. I feel like 2 years is such a long time.
Yeah, to know someone.
Mkidate, mmejuana, you are best of friends, mna click na kila kitu, ikifika ni jokes you're free around this person and all that. So I knew this is the guy.
Yeah.
Simu hadi nyumbani. I called my mom. December I'm coming and I found the one.
I'm bringing to you a son-in-law.
So I had already prepared my family that nimepata mtu wa kusettle na yeye down. My mom was like,
thank God my answered prayer.
Yeah. Wacha nipate ni mtu akona mtu huku nyumbani.
I know the heartbreak. How was it?
The heartbreak I got. Nilikuwa naamka tu asubuhi hivi nikulia. Saa 7 nikulia. Ilifika to a point whereby singeweza hadi kwenda kazi. He used to drop and pick me at work. Sasa imekuwa ni aje? Imekuwa ni nitafute nyumba, nijikalishe, nini, frustrations uko country ya wenyewe. I had the worst year. I cannot really remember the year. I think it was in 2014. But ile kichapo yenye iyo heartbreak ilinichapa. The guy used to love me ile seriously. I loved that guy so much, but he tried to explain.
What were his excuses?
His excuse were he got a baby with this lady. Unplanned baby came. So, hakuwa anapenda huyo msichana.
Hakuwa anampenda?
Imagine.
Alikuwa anamtumia do.
Of course. So after I learned that he's in a relationship, that he's married and all that, nikaanza my investigation. I remember one time I took him out. Alikuwa anakunywa. Akalewa, mimi nakunywa tu maji. How did I discover the wife? Nilienda through his phone, si ame break down amelala. When we went back to the house, nikaenda through that phone. Trust you me. Temene sikupata mtu ameseviwa lover, sikupata mtu ameseviwa wife. What did I do? Nilienda contact after contact. Bibi ameseviwa nani? Kamaua Hardware.
We?
My friend. Kusoma ma message. Mapicha venye wanatumiana, mtoto, school fees. That broke my heart.
Imagine. Unaambiwa bwana, simu ya bwanako ni kitunguu. Ulilia?
Wacha nikwambie, if I didn't die that year, sidhani nitakufa haraka.
Mapenzi kuwe. Uko serious?
Sidhani nitakufa haraka. But you can imagine 2 years, you've wasted 2 years.
Yeah,
2
that's a
good
lot.
years.
And then you thought this person is genuine dating you and all that. Yeah.
So when he realized I learned about that, he came apologizing. Now he was like for a second chance and to marry me as a second wife. I was like, no, bro. No, you could have told me from the word go.
Why were you lying?
Nichague, knowing that I'm being married as a second wife out of me choosing that.
Yeah.
But
and you're okay with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, if you've hidden this for 2 years,
what
ingine
else?
wezi fanya,
What
including
else?
killing me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would better die of this heartbreak, but misiridi geshoka na misiridi misiridi geshoka.
Now let me ask you, sasa after usha apologize, did you move out? Now how did you break that bond completely? Because of course you are in a foreign land, you have moved out, him is still there and you are still there.
Imagine after moving out, that is when I made decision to book a flight back home.
He cut short your dreams.
Imagine.
Kwa nini?
I booked my flight back home.
Hey,
because one, imagine, because one he was so toxic, anakufuata kila mahali. Have you ever broken up with someone na bado anakufuata? And then all of our friends knew that Hilda na so and so were meant to be. Wanangoja harusi.
Imagine.
Some of our friends called us, sat us down. They tried to talk to us, but hainge make. I think ile heartbreak nilipata, I was so disappointed.
I can imagine.
So, ikafika mahali nikaona siwezi enda kazi. Nikaanza kukunywa pombe.
Yeah, it was bad.
I used to cry. I was like, let me go home, take a break, and then try and move on. That is how I came back home. Yes, I had plans to come back home, but when that happened, it gave me a chance to book the ticket back home. Yes.
Wait, that was bad. That was bad.
A bad one.
Did you ever see some signals that you ignored maybe, and then when you think about them, maybe they also contributed to that?
Nothing. Hakuna hivi. Hakuna hata
calls,
moja.
Kwani yeye alikuwa anachukulia calls? Wapi yako anapigiwa simu?
Akikuja jioni, kama ana make calls, of course you know you found the love of your life. Hata make call, you won't assume ati sijui anaongea na bibi, sijui anaongea na nani. Nothing suspicious. Hakuna kitu hata mmoja alinipatia hivi ya kumsuspect. Nothing. Kama ni mapenzi, and then unaona there is nothing to hide. Tuko kwa country ingine. So the wife is not here.
Yeah.
What happens? Mnakaa kwa nyumba moja. Kama ni outings mnaenda pamoja.
Yeah, kila mahali you are together.
We are together. Unamsuspect aje?
Hawezi.
But I was so disappointed.
And then did they
at you?
did they made up with the wife? Was the wife aware? Was she aware?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Madem tunafichangwa kama bangi wala.
Aki madem.
Tunafichwa kama bangi.
Na huyo I think before that of course ile first love, the first man that you meet unakuwa umempea roho yote na unampenda. I think that is the other guy that we really matched in a lot, that we clicked, that I was free with. Ushaikuwa na mtu tu una feel tu you are free, unaweza fanya venye unataka, unaweza cheka venye unataka hivyo.
Yeah.
That was the kind of a relationship that we had. I think that is why iliniuma sana. Sana. After
coming back home, did he probe further to try and make up things?
Oh, he came. He came. He came na akakuja na akanitafuta. We went somewhere, we tried to talk, but hainge make. Yeah. Nilisema tu better a broken relationship
than a broken marriage.
Again, if he could have told me that earlier, I could have chosen.
Yeah.
Whether to stay or not.
Yeah.
But miaka mbili is such a long time.
Yeah, that's waste of time.
So I don't know what you think about that. Do you think people should do what? Should tell the truth from the word go?
I think men they really conceal a lot in terms of telling the truth, because I think women, we are straightforward, and the moment you love someone and you click, you kind of open up to them and tell them all your plans.
True.
But I think now men, they really conceal a lot, because I don't understand why you should be with someone for 2 years and you know that you're wasting time of this girl for 2 years.
Imagine.
2 years, that's too much. So I think it's good that you tell the person the truth. Yeye mwenyewe ajiamulie whether will I pick and be a second wife or not, and in the process ni vizuri unajiongelelea, unasema no, me I have a wife at home na vitu kama zile, lakini tena sikuficha mtu kama bangi.
Imagine.
Yeah, I think so. But me personally, when someone lies to me, I don't go back and start now saying that maybe you meant good. The moment that you sat lied down, you decided to lie to me, that's the end of me and you.
True.
Because that means that we cannot be. The moment you should have told me the truth from the word go. But not that now you tell me some lies and then I come to learn about it later. I don't think that I don't forgive. Me, that's my stand. I don't forgive lies that you chose. You yourself, you chose to tell me lies.
True.
So me, I don't forgive. Yeah.
So back to you. How did you deal with your heartbreak after being engaged?
Yeah,
karibu itie watu harusi.
That one also clothes you with a lot of shame. People out here start judging you that tulikuwa tu tunajua wewe una venye unakuanga. People start judging you in that perspective without them listening to what really happened. Of course, I'm not blaming the other party. I also contributed, but the thing is, I think the society is harsh on women, especially when a relationship breaks or an engagement is broken. And I think my biggest lesson was from the word go, ask them. Zile questions hatutaki could discuss. Like for instance, when you get to a relationship, I don't think 3 months down the line you should be discussing finances. Mtu anakutreat vizuri, yeye anakutreat, like that's the picture that they paint. But now again, I think it's important that you ask these questions. How do we handle the finances in this relationship?
Very true.
How are we going to handle, things to do with even sex? Some people do not, just assume that, just because you're in a relationship with someone, things are going to be blissful. But sometimes they cannot be. So it is good to ask these questions. Ask them, what is your future plans? Usikie tu venye, mtu ana reason out whether you can be able to cope with that or not. So personally, it was such a bad thing for me. And the worst part is, of course, even my son knew him and all that. So it was bad. It was bad. Even he witnessed the engagement. So it was bad. And I think we should even talk one time if we have time and we have other people who are ready to share. I think it's good to talk about dating as a single mom. It's just a total different scenario. So I think Mimi, umse karibu tu hivi kidogo, karibu nishikwe na depression. Na nikajiangalia tu hivi nikajiuliza, sasa juu ya huyu engagement ya huyu mtu mmoja songa ukakisonganga. So of course from there then again of course you have a son, you start asking yourself, you don't have to break down for the sake of him. And that's how I gathered myself and my courage, and then I moved on. Yeah, although it was hard, but thank God it was COVID time, so there was time for healing, and we were not going to work for quite some time.
Kumbe it was just the other day.
It was 2020. I got engaged in when I was turning 30. I was turning 30, that is 2021. And we broke up in I got engaged in 2021 May. We broke up in 2021 July.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What brought healing?
I think
because heartbreak.
Mostly what brought healing for me is my son. The fact that we could talk. Ulikuwa namuona aje nini vitu kaa hizo. And then he was like, huyo hata hakuwa anakuja home, that kind of stuff. And then also kuna zile vitu zingine, some of the things that I had ignored, kumbe zilikuwa sasa zinajimanifest. You ignore small things like, asking him who is supposed to pay this bill. Like you come to a hotel and then you ended up paying the bill and you're like, he's my house, this is my man, such small things. And I'm engaged. Those small things. And now when I could go back and think about them, I think I saw there are so many red flags that I ignored. And I think if I had not ignored them, then engagement could not have been there. So na tena ni zile pressures of society. You are getting to that day.
You should get married.
Yeah, married.
Ulisikia wapi? Take your time.
Hakuna manual, hakuna
na hakuna mbio.
Hakuna mbio.
You can make that life of marriage at 30,
35.
at 40.
It's okay to start marriage at
Yeah.
35. It's okay
Yeah.
to get your first kid at 40.
True.
It is just okay. So I think that also got into my head because I think I was feeling, hivyo. Saa hizi mimi chenye nafukuza saa hizi ni pesa na ni pesa peke yake. Hizo vitu mbili, pesa na pesa.
Na pesa.
Pesa na pesa zingine juu. Ya hizo tu mbili. Hii mambo ingine ati
Tafadhali. To me, I think we are very different when it comes to personalities, and I'm not an individual who sits down and opens up on you on what is going on.
Yeah, same. I'm like that. I deal with my own issues. So I dealt with that alone. Yeah.
So you can imagine battling heartbreak alone. It's hard. Most of the nights you are crying, most of the nights you are talking to yourself, lamenting, ukiulizanga what went wrong and all that. But to me, healing came with time. Now, I use what works for me. If going out for a coffee works for me, that is what I chose. If maybe if going out to a club and just takes a drink hata kama si beer and listen to the music and that
the vibe.
work for me, I'll go for that. If ikifika mahali I want just to vlog or maybe to listen to music, that worked for me. But with the time I realized that, especially to we that don't share, inafikanga time and then you can identify maybe mtu unaweza empty too on what you've been going through. Na hiyo ni kitu ya kukushtua, at least you find healing with time. So heartbreak si mchezo.
Si mchezo, by the way, si mchezo. Especially these heartbreaks that everybody else was aware of them. And mi kwanza kitu moja huwa naogopa sana ni shame. Hiyo shame tena. Hapana.
Okay.
I really fear that. And I know that fear has really made me not to be in a relationship and all that. But anyway, God knows when. So let's wait for God's time.
But one thing I've learned from that, it's okay for you to lose people in your lives. The other thing, be open-minded that this relationship may work or not. And once that relationship breaks, take time with yourself. Break down, cry, piga nduru. Fanya venye vyote unataka as long as it's safe for you until you find healing in you.
Kabisa.
Do not rush yourself. And then seek a support system that is positive. Support system in understand what you're going through. Because right now nikapata you are engaged, you are breaking down, I would not understand what you're going through. And I'm like, hiyo tu ni kitu ya kukulilisha. What do you think will happen? She won't come to you again. Ama atajificha tu na anze kumwona peke yake because it's a relationship that they lost. So just take time. Mourn, grieve,
heal.
Then move
recollect yourself.
And the other thing I would want to mention before we wind up is what we call rebounds.
Avoid them. Avoid them.
Especially when it comes to support. Kuna support system itakuwa hapo to take advantage of what you're going through. So uko hapa you're heartbroken and then you engage yourself with a friend who knows what you're going through, and before you know umepatikana tena. What we call rebound. So take your time, heal, and then when time is ready, move on. Okay? Any parting shot?
I also think that it is good that you take care of yourself. It is good to sit down, first of all, take time off relationship for quite some time. And that one will make you even better person because it will make you think about what are some of the qualities that you're looking for and then what are some of the things that you're not going to compromise. Because I think we ended up here because of compromising on certain issues. So when you take some time off the relationship, you're going to get a better partner next time.
In short, focus on you.
Yourself.
Focus on you. Okay? So let us know down below, what are some of the craziest heartbreaks did you go through in relationship? What was your reaction and how did you heal from that?
Good.
Okay? And thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you for your love. And until next time, bye.